Today I chose to take you outside to read this essay to you. Very fitting because this place right here is one of these places that I'm speaking about in the essay. Okay, it's recording. It's focusing on me. Audio is good, it doesn't pick up too much wind. So here we are. And here we go. Some places mean more than others. Normally, they stand out, acknowledged by the masses, and the masses stream to them. On a great pilgrimage, generation after generations of footsteps, trampling even the rock itself flat. A trail telling everyone, look here, here's something to see. They're great, magnificent, splendiferous. Other places seem great through the murky lens of memory. But when you return a second time, you find the gold faded. It is often so with places you visited in childhood, but then you outgrew them. But then there are these places in between, commonplace enough to avoid the pilgrimage of the masses, but beautiful enough to merit a third or fourth visit. And each time it becomes invested with yet another memory, until the commonplace has become sacred, but only to the initiated. When I was 14, I discovered such a place. My dad had loaded up a whole bunch of us kids in the old Volkswagen Caravel, and he had brought us back into the mountains. It was years since I'd had a proper adventure in the wilds, and the memories of the mountains were somewhat faded. Deep into the Setesdal Valley, he turned up a nondescript road that quickly ascended and narrowed as it went into the great rolling mountain plains between central and western Norway. First there are cabins, then none. Then the trees begin losing their footing, until only stubborn wind-swept birches remain, and the flowing grass of the endless open hills, like backs of sleeping giants, rise and fall into the horizon. In the middle of a vast untouched landscape, with only that thin stripe of road anchoring us to civilization, we parked on a small gravel lot under a looming hill. I can still remember my excitement as we threw open the sliding doors from that Volkswagen, and I had my first video camera in hand, wanting to capture it all. The hills were grassy and mellow, but riddled with smooth rock peeking out. Some places barely, and other places they were like bones of buried giants protruding from the slopes. That particular hill, it looked small and large at the same time. Small until you tried climbing up, and realized those small distant boulders were like houses. And strewn they were, the boulders, like remnants of some ancient battle of the Jotuns. We filled our water bottles in the stream and slid down the snow patches in shorts and t-shirt and had a snowball fight in the midst of July among the toll of sheep bells. When years later I took a few friends into these same mountains on a misty day, I just had to stop. The same place, it drew me back. The way the landscape is shaped, it begs to be scaled. And we did. Being older, the ascent went faster, but the mist was closing in. Soon we couldn't see each other, only call. Small voices bouncing among the ancient rocks. And up top, there was built a single cairn, at which we gathered like some altar in a mist-roofed cathedral in the wild, speaking the catechisms of the Norwegian outdoors. I realized I had always wanted to see what lay beyond that hill. When I was a kid, I dreamed of cresting it and having a great wide view revealed to me. But every time I thought I reached the top, it seemed only to reveal another top further up. This time, we got much higher up, but donning her mist cloak, nature kept her mystery close to the chest. This place began taking up a space in my memory whenever I was laying in my Stockholm apartment feeling down and wishing the mountains were closer. It became an inner sanctuary, a place to take shelter when reality was not what I had envisioned, an anchor for my memories of mountains. Again, years passed, and again I was taking another friend across these thin threads of mountain road. But time was running low, and there were other landscapes we wanted to get to. So I clumsily told him about the place as it flew by, just another hill among countless others. And I was reminded that to him, it was not sacred in the least. So in that car, I went back into that chamber inside of me, and walked into that room that housed my cathedral in the wild. And I asked of it, "What are you? Why do I care so much?" And the answer came like a silent wind. It was never about the place. It was about what it represented. The naivety of youth, the freedom of exploration, the thrill of not knowing what lies ahead, the connection of being surrounded by friends, the beauty and mystery that cloaks these old hills, no matter how much I try to figure them out. And I realized that what I was praising at that cairn in the mist is not tethered to a time or place, and it can be found again across the next hill, if only you let live that childlike sense of wonder inside of you. But nonetheless, I will always love that hill a little more than those around it. So I'm releasing a book in 2026. Part of the marketing campaign are these essays, because the book will contain similar language and similar descriptions of nature. I'll just read the backside of it right now, which is not necessarily the final one, but here it goes. Leaving the homeland in pursuit of adventure set off a series of unexpected events, all leading to Red Hat Factory being made. The company, in turn, led me back to my Norwegian heritage and history, discovering treasure after treasure on the way. This story will take you through Norwegian knitting and war history, pass through both mountains and fjords, dive into the roots of the red hat as a symbol of adventure, and take you along for the struggle it takes to build a brand from nothing, on an unquenchable faith that it will all work out. I don't even know if that's grammatically correct, but I'm working on it. I'm very excited about it. A shout out to my old photo teacher, Even. I'm using your softbox right now. He used to call the clouds Even's softbox, and it did a great job today. Thank you for lending me your softbox. Secondly, I want to shout out this tree. This tree has been there since I was a kid, and it has stuck around, but it has never grown because there's not enough soil. But in spite of that, it doesn't give up. It doesn't give up, which I think is a beautiful thing. And the last thing, I'm going to shout out myself. There will be links to buy hand-knit Norwegian beanies like this one, and sign up for the book that's going to come in 2026. Thank you for every ounce of support. This has been me, and I'm checking out from Cow Hill. Here I can even do a mic drop because there's grass. Just the most random funny detail. I realized that when I was about to leave, that I actually accidentally built a tiny little cairn on this hilltop when I was placing the iPhone to film a little behind the scene footage. I don't know, I just thought that was a little bit funny. Very little bit. Okay, I knew there was one thing I forgot. All the footage from this video is my footage from these actual locations. I've been back over this road over and over and over again. I always film something. I just wanted you to know that, because I care about stuff like that.